Alrighty. So, Mizrik, you do travel down the street. You do find that there is a large building that has kind of some dark pillars, a large sort of doorway there. It is lit by lanterns that are there. However, it appears that it may be closed for the night.
I'll knock on the door.
Alrighty. So you kind of knock on the door, and you kind of hear the sort of this echoing knock that goes through the building. And a long period of time goes by, and nobody answers the door.
I'll try the door, see if it's locked.
All right, the door is locked.
Is there any windows?
There are large windows. They seem to be more of like a painted glass, not anything that really opens necessarily, at least on this side of the building.
I'll stroll around the building.
Yeah, so as you get around the building, you do see there's a smaller side door that's there. There's no lanterns or anything that's lit, but the door's there nonetheless.
I'll try the side door.
Okay, so you kind of try to open it. Is that what you're going to do? Yeah, so you kind of try to pull on the door. The door is locked. However, as soon as you pull on it, you hear a loud sort of dinging sound inside, like ding, 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 ding.
I'll knock on the door.
Okay, sounds good. Give me a perception check real quick. So as that's occurring...
I did it in the main.
That's all right, I don't mind. You hear kind of a rumble inside, or sounds like something maybe waking up or moving around or whatnot, and then you hear kind of this sort of deep voice kind of say, "What is it?"
I'm a researcher from Blingdenstone. I need to access your books.
You hear kind of a quick shuffle, and the door opens up. And as the door opens, you see another Sovildan gnome kind of sitting on the other side. He says, "Blingdenstone, that's where I'm from." He comes over.
What's your name?
He gives you a big hug. He goes, "Ah!" So he's like, my name is Uncle Anka.
Oh.
Everybody here calls me Lo, though.
I'm Mizrik Pebbleclock.
Oh my!
Some people call me Pebblecock. I don't understand it. I think it's just a simple thing where they just don't understand how to pronounce in Gnomish. You know?
I think you're right, and I think I may have known some Pebblecocks.
I'd love to chat, but
Yeah.
I need to do some drastic or some really good research here on a local cavern and then a shield we found. Could you point me in the right direction?
Yes. Hang on one second. He kind of runs back in, and he comes back, and he has like this key ring that's about the size of him. It's probably got 500 keys on it. He's like, "I just have to find the right key, but let's go to the front door." And he runs out the door and starts running towards the front.
I'll follow him.
All right, so he's kind of running, and you see him kind of moving each key down the ring, and he's moved probably about 50 by the time he gets to the door, and he's like, "Okay, 1 second, let me see, hang on 1 second. He puts the key in, doesn't work. He's like, "All right, wasn't that key?" Puts the next key in, doesn't work. Because like, wasn't that key either?
Wait a second here.
Wait.
What's the last key you would check? Try that one.
Oh, yeah, that would be this one. And he goes all the way around the ring, he grabs it, click, clunk, opens up the door. Oh, the key worked! He's like, "Wow." He says, "You know, it takes me like 2 hours to open up this door every morning."
Well, every day, just think about the last key you want to use.
You're right. That's what I should use. Absolutely. So he pushes the door open, and as the door opens, you see that there are sort of magical fires that are in little lanterns. They're not actual fires, more of like a light spell, probably an eternal light or something like that. And as soon as the door opens, the lights all turn up really, really bright, and you see there are books forever in this place. I mean, it's just a huge, huge room full of books and scrolls. And he kind of walks in. He says, "Okay, let's see. Which one? Do you have the shield?"
I don't have the shield, but it
What does it look like?
It was in a brazier in a castle to the southeast.
Oh, a castle.
Got a dragon and a mouse on it, I think.
Let me see. Let's see. Would that be Verith Keep? No. Would that be Kim Claw Castle? No. Do you remember the name of the castle by chance?
The name of the castle?
Yeah, name of the castle.
For a second.
Sure. He says, "Well, this is our castle section," and he kind of grabs you by the arm as you're thinking and kind of drags you into the library, and the doors slowly close behind you, and you hear a click of the lock behind you.
All right. He left me, huh?
Oh no, he dragged you with you, but the door's locked behind you automatically.
All right, and then the other thing I was
yes.
wondering about was the Wave Echo Cave.
Oh,
the Wave. Well, I'm looking for this shield deal.
Wave Echo Cave. So is that in the Silver Marshes or Dalelands? Maybe the Am? Was that where it was at? Was it out maybe? Mintarn. I bet that's where it was in Mintarn, wasn't it? The island that's way out there.
No. Not Mintarn. It's
No?
in the Icespire Peak.
Oh, Icespire Peaks.
Mountains.
Oh, yeah. So he quickly turns around and drags you to another. He says, this is the Sword Coast section. And there is literally like 1,000 books down this whole section. He says, it's probably one of these books.
What would be the last book you'd look in?
The last book would be down here, and he kind of drags you all the way down. You see this sort of black bound book that's there. Kind of points to, he says, that book would be the last book I would use.
Oh, okay. I'll start reading that book.
So you open up the book, and you do find out that it is about Iceshire Peak region. And you do see that in the book there is some descriptions about the cave as well as the town of Phandelver back when it was originally created.
Okay, I'll just read that book and see if I can find anything that'll help us. Any insights on traps or back entrances or anything like that.
Sounds good. So as you sit down, Lo kind of looks at you and he says, that's a neat staff. What does that thing do? It's white.
Oh, stay away from the staff. It'll hurt you.
Oh, okay. I don't want to touch that. Okie dokie. I get it. All right.
I got a really good book that I think you'd be interested in reading. This.
I would love to. What kind of book do you have?
Oh, this book? It's the BS book, The Art of Bullshit.
Oh, yes. It's too bad it's not a GS book. Oh, that would have been really cool.
Oh, yeah. I do have one GS book.
Oh, can I read it? Please. I miss home so much.
If you promise, I'll get it back. It's written in Dwarven.
Sure. I can translate Dwarven. You want me to fix it for you?
Oh, I can read Dwarven, so I'm fine with it being the way it is. But if you want to read through it and see if you find anything useful to me.
I'd love to. Here, can I have it?
Yeah.
So
I'll read it.
He takes the book, he immediately sits down, puts his back against one of the bookshelves there, and starts quickly paging through the page, almost like kind of going through all the pages.
Be careful.
Oh, yeah.
Tear any pages.
Sure, I won't tear anything. So he slowly goes through and starts reading the book.
All right, I'll just stay there and read until
I
think it's getting too late to get my 8 hours, and then I'll head back.
All right, sounds good. So after reading about 10-15 minutes, you look over and you see Lo is now feverishly writing in your book, kind of all over the sides. He's like, "Oh, this is great!" And he's got like lines and he's got arrows and he's drawn out like a sword and all this stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I'm all right with it. Maybe I'll read it later.
All right, sounds good. So you guys back at the Laughing Warrior. Obviously, Kursk is now down his second gallon of ale. Anything else you guys would like to do while we're out yet?
I think Kursk should have a third. I order a third.
Excellent. So this time they bring out another cask, but this cask is a lot bigger than the last cask. There's no real flowers or anything on this cask at all. This is probably like a 4 or 5 gallon cask.
Kursk stands up, opens it up with his axe, and begins drinking.
All right. So it takes a couple chops this time to get that lid to fly off because it's a pretty big lid on the top of that. But you do, and everybody kind of cheers as the thing goes flying across, and you start guzzling it down. You do see Diome now is doing kind of has these tiny little flasks, almost like perfume bottles, if you could think of perfume bottles. And she sometimes will throw it up, and there'll be like sort of not a fireworks, but a mini little fireworks display that kind of shows up above the bar, and everybody cheers, and you hear them kind of throwing some coin in a bucket and whatnot. Gilbert or Kriv, anything else?
No.
Alrighty, just enjoying the time.
Yeah. Guys, she gave us our room keys, Here, I hand Gilbert number 3. I take number 5, and I'll hold on to. I'll give 6 to Dirk.
All right.
So Kursk looks over there. He's starting to slur a little bit. He's like, He looks at Gilbert and says, "So, what elves say to you?"
One of them would like us to assist in finding something called a Book of Ruin, but I think we're pretty preoccupied right now.
How much they pay?
Well, I don't think it was that kind of help, Kursk. I think it was more helping a fellow follower of Lathander.
I'm not interested in helping your cult.
Is the elf still there?
Is the elf still there?
Yes,
I'm messaging.
they are. They're still there.
Curse picks up his 4 gallons of bitter.
Oh,
stout,
God.
staggers over to the table, sloshing it, and sits down with the elves.
Alrighty. So you immediately slosh some of your ale on top of the female elf that he was talking to before, and she kind of wipes it off, and she's like, "Yes, what do you want? Could you be a little more careful with your big old cask that you're drinking out of?"
Sorry.
Yeah.
I talked with Gilbert. He says you're looking for Tom. Curse wants to know how much you pay for it.
She's like, "Who did you talk to?"
And I point to Gilbert.
She looks
Oh,
over.
God. I look away.
I clap him on the back and I point at him.
She looks over and she's like, "Oh, hey, that was a mistake, obviously. Yes, what can I help you with? Whatever you are, I guess. What is that beard? Oh my God. You need a better disguise."
What do you mean?
Oh, your beard is atrocious. It's disgusting. Matter of fact, ooh, you've got duck in that beard. Gross.
I got some boar in my teeth too.
Oh, you do! Mula, she kind of looks over to the other guy that's sitting across the table. "Please, could you help me with this?"
Alright, I'm gonna get up and go over there.
Alrighty. She's like,
I apologize for my teammate.
"I hope so. This is disgusting."
I walk over pretending to stumble and I bump into Kirk. So like, "Hey guys," and knock over the cask a little bit.
Oh, man. Immediately, everybody kind of pushes back their chairs, and there's stuff splashes all over, and Mula kind of stands up, and he's like, "How dare you guys treat us like this?"
It's like this. We're just trying to be friendly.
Good Lord.
Damn it, guys. Can you go be drunk somewhere else? These are very respectable people. Something I know is very alien to you.
How much you pay for Tom?
It's not about the money, Kursk.
She's like, "You know what? Never mind about the book. I mean, good Lord. Mula, please, let's go." They kind of all look at you kind of disgustingly, and she's like, looks to you, Gilbert. She's like, "I'm not sure you're a brother Lathander with these people that you're hanging out with. Probably more like Talos."
Oh, God. Lathander, forgive me.
They abruptly get up and kind of walk out of the bar.
Chris didn't want to find silly Tom anyways.
Damn it, guys.
You're right,
Next-
Chris. That's very true. And Gilbert, it's wrong of you to expect us to do work without pay.
Well, I was going to ask. We don't have to do everything for pay. Sometimes, the connections you make with people are pay enough.
I don't want any connection with anything with Lathander or any of those religious cults.
I'll remember this for the future.
The room obviously is pretty busy, and there's a lot of people here. Nobody even really noticed that all this had occurred.
Curse is gonna, while he's sitting there at the elves table, he's not moving. He's gonna polish off the rest of that cask.
Alrighty, sounds good. I need a Constitution save from you, please. Ah, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine, man. No, you can roll that there. That's fine. So you do feel like a little tipsy from the drink, but you've been more drunk than this before.
Kurt, you look like you're running low. Here, have another. I wave over to the bartender.
Alrighty. Diome kind of smiles and nods up and down and calls over the bar wench and she goes, grabs one of the dwarves from the table, and he goes with her to the back.
Curse won't want one of the fire drinks again.
She's like, oh, yes, of course. And she kind of comes over and makes another one of those and hands it over to you. And then you see the dwarf kind of is carrying this sort of this cask that's on his shoulder. And on the side of it, you see there's some things that are written in Dwarven on the side of the cask. Does anybody read Dwarven? I'll check here in just a second.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, Misrick does. But
Yeah.
he's not here.
Alrighty. So,
I think we might need Misrick for
Break the arrow.
so are you guys going to break the arrow?
I broke the arrow.
Alright, so Mizrick, you all of a sudden hear this alarm going off.
Ooh. Oh. Well,
Lowe's like, what is that? What is that? Oh my gosh, somebody's breaking in my room! And he like runs.
No.
Oh.
That's my friends need me. I'm sure it's probably just them causing trouble over at the inn. Yeah, I'm gonna put this book back, but I'll need to take mine back too.
Well, you want to trade? We do loaners. I'll take your book, you can keep mine.
No, I took a promise that I have to return all B.S. Blindenstone books.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I can stop by later and maybe we can talk about it, but I really need to go now.
Yeah, okay, alright, well, here's your book back, I'll take that book, and he grabs it and he puts it in a different spot, and then he's like, okay, let's go, and he kind of grabs you by the sleeve and kind of runs you down the aisle. You get to the door, he opens up the door and opens up the door, and he kind of pushes you out, and he said, bye, he closes the door, click, and it clicks.
See you, Lo, and I'll run over there.
Alrighty.
With my short little legs.
Gotcha. So, Kriv and the rest of you guys, you broke the arrow. Nothing really happened for you guys, obviously they clamped down this large cask on the table, and the dwarf kind of looks over to you and he says, big man, drink this. This'll make you feel good.
Curse stands up and pulls both his axes out and chops the lid in half.
Nice. So as you chop the lid in half, some of the liquid kind of falls on the table, and it sort of smokes the wood a little bit. He's like, good old dwarven ale. Drink up, my friend. The dwarf takes his cup, he drags it through, takes a big sip out of it. Nothing like dwarven ale.
Curse is going to turn the whole cask up and drink out of the cask.
Alright, I'm going to put resistance on him. It's a cantrip. Next saving throw gets a
I
D4.
see what Gilbert's going to do, and I put my hand on him, and I'm like, no, let this happen.
He's going to kill himself before we even get to stone
Curse makes a
tree.
strength check to pick up the whole thing.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
So you are able to pick that up without any. And you pick it up with vigor, actually, man. You pick that cask right up and start chugging down. Go ahead and give me another Constitution save. So you start chugging and you're drinking it, and it burns, just going down. But man, oh man, you have never drank ale like this. This is like probably the primo ale that you've ever had in your life, and it tastes so good.
This consumption is bordering on blasphemy. I'm probably going to go back to my room.
You go back to your room, Gilbert.
Curse drinks about, a third of it. He sets it down.
All right.
And he's like, he looks around. Is the other empty cask still on the table?
It is still there.
Curse says, hold on. And he grabs that cask, sets it on the floor, whips out his willy, and he has to let himself go.
He's like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa.
Too late.
She's like, wow. So, Mizrick, you walk in and see Kursk peeing in a cask and Gilbert nowhere to be found.
And they call me Pebblecock. Right, so I'll run over and do I see the Dwarven writing on the cask?
You do, actually, yep.
All right. Where's Mr. Jangles?
Mr. Jangles right here.
Did
He's been drinking too.
is he drinking too?
I'll look at Mr. Jangles and point to Kursk and be like, "Hey, cut it out. Tell him to stop."
So, Mizrik, I don't see Dwarvish on your list.
Gnome's written in Dwarvish.
Oh, gotcha. All
Yeah,
right.
I can't speak it. I sent you a thing. I
Oh,
can't speak
I'm
it.
sorry, I
but
missed
I
it.
can-
You can read it.
But yeah, a number of them are written in Dwarvish.
Perfect.
So after Kursk shakes the dew off his lily, he goes back to drinking out of the big keg.
No, Kurt, you're thinking out of the wrong one. It's the one on the floor.
Curse, give me a. Let's see. What should we do? I need an insight out of with disadvantage. I need a DC 10.
I'm sorry, I rolled it in there.
No, I don't mind this. You can roll all these in this. It doesn't bother me. So Kursk breaks up the right cask and starts chugging down the dwarvish ale.
He's drinking it all. He's gonna see if he can drink it all in one sitting.
Alrighty. There you go. I had to retype it. I tried to drag it. It wouldn't let me drag it. Alright, so you're going to try to drink it all in one. Give me another Constitution save. Oh! So, Kursk, as you're drinking the ale, you guys see Kursk's eyes kind of roll in the back of his head. Chair kind of falls backwards. Cask sort of falls on top of him. Down he goes, landing on the floor, hitting with a hard slam. Kursk, I need a 1d4. Nice. And kind of hits the floor. The cask sort of falls aside. Ale starts pouring out, and you see the dwarves all running over, pick up the cask, and tip it back over, kind of cheering at the same time. Hey! Kursk is unconscious.
Whoa, okay, I think he's had his fill for tonight, don't you think? How about I help you back to your room, eh? I go.
He doesn't have a tail to drag you by.
Dirk, why don't you give me a hand? You've been quiet this whole time. So me and Dirk go, we pick him up, and we start dragging him off towards his room.
Alrighty, sounds good. And you guys see as that happens, Daime looks over the bar when she says, it's your turn. You're gonna have to take over for tonight. I have to go. Nice to meet you all. Thank you very much. Make sure you tip the waitresses. And she kind of goes into the back. Mizrik, you're kind of standing there by yourself with next to Kursk's own made cask of liquid, and the dwarves all drinking out of the dwarven cask.
I like dwarves. I'll sit down with the dwarves.
All right.
Hand me a cup.
Alrighty,
I'll take a cup. I normally don't drink, but I think this may be the exception.
They're like, good deal, and they kind of tap you on the back, and they said, where are you from?
Oh, Blindenstone. I'm Mr. Pebbleclock.
Nice to meet
But
you.
Some people call me Pebblecock. I don't know why. They just don't understand what they're talking about.
Well, nice to meet you, Mizrik. Here, have a drink. Never been to Glindenstone. Blindenstone? What's it called again?
Yeah, Blingdenstone. Yeah, it's
Never been.
It's the Surf Neblin town. You know, we almost lost it to the Drow a long time ago, and we ended up getting it back.
Nice. Well, we're from the spine of the world, so nice to meet you. It's a lot warmer down here.
Oh, I imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys live in? How are your rooms there? You know, Blindenstone. We do these round, close together, close knit rooms. Here, you know, up above they do these big spread out buildings.
We just have square rooms, whatever is easiest to make. Not a lot of sleeping. You know how it is. That's the way we are, us underfolk.
Have you ever heard of the Wave Echo Cave?
I had my father once worked out there.
Really? Do you know anything special about it? We're heading there soon. We think we may have located it, and I was wondering if there's any traps or secret entrances to avoid danger.
I don't. All I know is that there's rumors of them being able to run lots of machines and operations using water, which is unusual since it's nowhere near any large lakes. So, otherwise, though, it's been lost for a long time, 500 years or so. I think the orcs had attacked.
Yeah, and I was wondering if it's dwarven made for something to be that intricate and work that way. It seems like a dwarf would have made it.
Aye, of course. Excellent dwarven work there. I'm sure it's still working when you get there. Unless the whole cave has collapsed.
Dwarves made it. I'm sure it's still standing. It'll probably still be standing after we're dust.
I'm sure, absolutely. Here's to dwarves, arg! And puts up his cup.
I'll bang cups with them.
Alrighty, you gonna take a drink?
Yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me a Constitution save. Gilbert, you're back in your room.
Yep.
You pretty much done for the night?
Probably just gonna study that shield and statue we found.
Perfect, that sounds good. Mizrik, you taste really good and you have no issues with it. Let's see. Sorry, Kriv, what are you doing? So you dragging him back to his room?
I drag Kursk up the stairs, and I'm like, Dirk, you know what? I got this. You can head down to your room, and I hand him his key.
All right, Dirk heads down.
And I unlock the door, and I open it, and I toss him onto the bed.
Alrighty. As you do that, you hear the side door kind of click open, and you see the halfling there, dressed much differently than downstairs, and kind of smiles and says, "Thank you."
No problem. You know what? I think this is going to work. Taking care of someone when they're ill always leads to good things happening.
Always does. I take very good care of my patrons.
Yes.
Gives you kind of a sardonic smile.
You two have fun, and I'm going to actually go get myself a drink.
Very
you guys
good.
have a good time.
Thank you. See you later.
Oh, and Kursk is into the kinky stuff.
Excellent.
So, he's got lots. I think he's got some rope in his bag. You should try that.
Super. Excellent. I do like. I have some little creatures in the room. Maybe he'll like those too.
Oh God! At that, I'm like, I grin and try to hold my laughter, and I walk out the door.
Sounds good. She smiles as you close the door. So you head on back down. You see Mizrik at the bar drinking with some drinking with the dwarves down there. Alrighty. Anything else that the two of you want to do?
I'll just have one drink and then I'll head back up to bed.
Sounds good. So you're gonna have a drink of the dwarven ale?
Why not? I'll take a beating.
Yeah, go for it.
I earned it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save. Oh! So you take one drink, a little stronger than you expected, and over you go on your chair and land on the floor. Give me a 1d4. Mizrik, you see Kriv take a drink, and he immediately kind of falls backwards, hits the ground, and you see some blood kind of pool behind the back of his head as he's had kind of a small cut from his fall there. And he is out unconscious as well.
My stout friends, will you please help me get my friend to his room? These lizards, they can't handle their liquor.
They all.
Kursk wasn't there to see that.
They all. Whoops! I gave it to Gilbert. Sorry, Gilbert. They all.
I just put it on myself.
All right, thanks. They all kind of chuckle and say, "Sure," and they kind of pick him up. And it takes about 3 of them though to pick him up, and then they kind of drag him with his tail, sort of dragging, hitting each step as they're carrying him up.
We'll take him up to his room and drop him off, and I'll bid them a fair night, and I might crash out too.
All right, sounds good. So you hear them kind of having a good time downstairs, and morning comes about, and let's see.
Does Kursk chew his arm off?
Coyote ugly.
Yeah, right. So you do wake up to find the halfling there with you. You are definitely sore, kind of all over, to be honest. And you see Mr. Jangles kind of cowering in the corner.
Curse gets up. He looks at. Is she still asleep?
Oh yeah, she's sound asleep.
Yeah. He quietly gets all his stuff as quietly as he can, and Mr. Jangles, and leaves the room.
All right, give me a stop check, please.
In the open.
Yeah, that's fine. Whoops, I'm still in Dwarvish or Gnomish. So you're able to collect all your things and. Oh yeah, sure. You can roll. Absolutely, you can. 100%.
What should I roll?
Let's do perception because you'd. We'll just try that. I guess that's the best thing, or insight. Either one. I don't care. Yeah, you're awake. Because you didn't really drink. Oh yeah, you did drink last night.
The dwarven. Is
Yeah.
in need.
I forgot about that. No, you're not able to get up for it. But anybody else that wants to roll to see if they're up, they can.
Nah, my guy sleeps in a lot.
Alrighty, sounds good. Dirk would too. Dirk's always the last one up. Misrick,
Did I get my 8 hours?
you did get your 8 hours. Yep.
Okay, I'll wake up then.
All right,
Do I
good.
have to wake? Do I have to roll the perception?
Yeah, to see if you wake up before Curse does.
There you go.
Oh yeah, definitely do. So you definitely are kind of up and moving around. You're kind of closing up your door as you see Curse come out. Curse, your beard that you had is missing, by the way.
Oh no.
Do you want to look around for it, or are you just okay with splitting?
Curse is going to split.
All right. So, Misrick, you see Curse come out. You see a half-orc really not having anything, no armor, nothing else on. He's missing his beard. He's got Mr. Jangles with his hand over Mr. Jangles' mouth, kind of sneaking out of the room and slowly, quietly closing the door.
Curse, did you have a rough night? What happened?
Curse don't remember.
Well, best not to talk about it. Let's go eat.
Yeah, Curse hungry.
Alrighty. So you guys go downstairs. You see that the inn is actually quite busy. There's a lot of people there eating again. Seems to be like a pretty busy place. And you do see some more of the barmaids are there, kind of serving foods and whatnot. And one of them kind of points to one of the tables that you see set up in the kind of in the center of the room there, because that's really all that's available for you. And comes over and says, "What would we like for breakfast this morning?"
What you got?
She looks at you and she says, "Well, I don't think you need any drink today."
Oh, Curse take 1 gallon.
Okay. So she kind of says,
Not that stuff that you brought last night. The other stuff.
"Oh yes, okay." So she says,
You can't remember any of it, remember?
I think you probably need some cider. I think that's what you probably need. So she grabs some cider and then she says, "We have some millet biscuits and blue cheese today."
What else?
Vegetable stew?
Meat?
No, oh yes, we have a little bit of stewed pork left.
Curse take all stew pork and biscuits and cheese.
Excellent. And she goes to get that. Anything for you, little gnome?
2 eggs and a cup of tea.
She says, "Yes, I think that we may have a couple eggs in the back, and yes, I can find some tea."
Excellent.
Alrighty, so she kind of goes in the back and then comes back after a minute or two and brings you stuff.
I'll just sit and read and enjoy the tea.
Alright, sounds good. Alrighty. Oh yeah, thanks, Curse, for taking that off. I assume you guys would do your normal dark vision and your magic armor again. I wasn't going to cancel them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curse is just sitting there. We're eating. Uh, he's gonna ask about like a armor or a sword shop, a decent one where he could maybe buy or sell some stuff.
She says, yes, of course. I'd probably go over and I'd probably see Rainey. That's probably the best human fighter that I know of that's now running kind of an adventure shop. It's kind of around the corner, not too far. If you go to the library and turn to the left, it's down that way. That's the way I would go.
And Curse holds up like a potion of healing. He says, "Hey, Curse need more of this red bubbly stuff. Do you know where Curse can get that at?"
Yes, the red bubbly stuff. I would definitely see Ethid. Stores just down the way. Just look for the sign with the scroll and the potion bottle with fire coming out of it.
Okay.
Alrighty. Kriv, so you kind of come down. Kind of have a whistle in your step.
Good morning, everyone. Kursk, you're up. Wow, I'm impressed.
And crickets.
Gilbert, did you have a good sleep? Was it too noisy for you?
Was it too noisy for me?
It was pretty loud. You're not sure what was going on in Kursk's room, but a lot of weird noises.
Yeah, I could hear partying going on, you know.
Kursk, the look you gave that bartender, like, wow. I saw sparks fly.
Too funny.
Curse don't know. He don't remember anything. He sneak out of room. Half of the one was in room.
It's probably that deep root ale you were drinking. You're not supposed to drink that by yourself.
Why not? Crib bought it for Curse, so it's Curse Gale.
Oh,
Actually, Gilbert bought it for Kursk.
I paid for everything, but I will not take responsibility for what you did with the money.
I remember talking to Sissy Elves.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a painful talk.
I think you left a real impression on them, Kursk.
They said something about going home.
I think they want us to meet them there, Kursk.
They needed to find their home.
Well, I don't think they want our help with anything ever again.
So what's on the docket for today?
You sound so defeated. Sorry, go ahead.
Order some food.
I don't know what you guys are talking about with the elves, but should we head to Thunder Tree?
Well, Curse needs to sell loot and maybe get some red bubbly stuff. And he holds up the healing potion.
I think you should also say goodbye. You don't want to leave her hurt.
Leave who hurt?
Just
Do
then,
you remember her name?
you see Diame coming down the stairs, and she has kind of this beard that's kind of wearing on her face, and she's got a big smile, and she's like, Kursk, so good to see you this morning. She kind of comes over, gives you a big kiss on the side of your cheek. Oh, that was the best night I've had in years, Kursk. Please tell me you're staying the day.
We gotta go with Thunder Tree.
Oh, Thunder Tree. That sounds like a wonderful place to go. By the way, I could pass this off to the barmaid, and she could take care of the place for me. We could go down to the docks and maybe take in a look. And, the Thunder Tree sounds like a wonderful place to eat lunch. And let's see.
No. Thunder Tree is not a wonderful place to eat lunch.
Oh,
Don't we need to stay for another day there, Kursk? Don't you have some loot you need to get rid of?
No. Chris, get rid of the loot today. He knows where to go.
Oh, let me show you, Kursk. I know the best place. There's a gentleman. He's such a good guy. His name is Duia. He'll take very good care of you. Won't charge you very much at all if you want to buy anything, and he will give you top notch. I know him very well. He actually stays in your room on occasion.
Okay, can Chris have beard back?
Oh, yes, I forgot. You told me to wear it last night. Here you go, and she kind of hands it to you.